So we're really excited for the show Panic to premiere soon on Amazon. First and foremost, I wanted to ask you both, since this is there are some physically demanding scenes from you guys and from your characters. So what was that like on set? Did you guys perform a lot of your own stunts? Did you have stunt training?
Yeah, we did. I did a fair amount of stunts. The stunt of we had a great stunt team, and don't do any of the stunts and don't ever play Panic. Because it's a stunt team and harnesses and CGI. But yeah, I did a lot of my stunts they let me do. Like the I had a really wonderful stunt double and she did like the jumping off of the cliff and things like that. But I did a lot of stunt driving. Um, I feel like the most physically demanding thing was that it was like actually winter when we filmed and it was freezing cold, like 12 degrees whenever we would do night shoots. And that was like the most, like more than any stunt, like that took it out of us to do that stuff, which was
Yeah,
crazy. That felt like a stunt.
no, because your energy is just drained and you have to like really have stamina. And I remember like one time Olivia, for episode 2, when she's walking to go to the granary and I'm like behind her, like, good luck, Heather. But I just remember thinking, please walk fast. And Olivia's just like, I'm so cold. I have to walk up this thing. It was just, everyone was just freezing cold.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I'm
Olivia
sure
definitely did more of the stunt.
I'm sure that definitely adds some extra like tension on set and wanting to kind of move things along. Did you guys have to do anything relating to the weather conditions or the cold? Like I've seen some behind the scenes things where actors have had to like have ice cubes in their mouth so that it doesn't look like their breath is too cold for the camera. Was there any part of filming that had to be kind of shifted related to the weather? Also, where did you guys film? Was it more of
We filmed in Austin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We filmed around Austin too, like just outside. So it's like when it was really cold, you'd have like the ice chips. And then when we had to go back, it was so hot that I was just sweating because I wear a wig and I'm just like sweating in it. And I had to be like I had to wear this like straight hair wig and it's like wearing a hat and it's so hot and I had to like blow dry me to like stop my sweat from just like, because I was like an oil slick. It was just like
I know I was
off me.
So much blow drying at that point in time. There was a scene where Ray and I in episode 10 were sitting on the ground and I remember like looking at him in a scene and he had to like close an eye as he was talking to me because like sweat was beating down and he was like, this is so different from we filmed the first time.
That's definitely an interesting thing to deal with while you're filming. Between that and all the different physical aspects of the show and the emotional scenes of the show, was there anything that you learned working on Panic that you'll take with you for the rest of your acting career? Something that you hadn't experienced before?
This is a good question.
Yeah, it's a very good question. I think honestly, I started to learn about, I mean, it sounds funny, but from like doing this when you're like a kid and you have like night shoots and stuff, you kind of can sort of run on empty. And then the older you get, you realize you really can't do that. And I think I started sort of prioritizing going to sleep when I'm just like, it would just hit me and I'm like, I gotta go to sleep. I just have to go to bed. It sounds really silly and small, but you just get more and more like
preservation was a big part.
Yes.
Like sure, like you were like eating healthy and sleeping and like maybe working out when you could, and it's like all those things simply for like your well-being and not even for like a glamour thing, but just being like, if I don't do these things and like keep my body regulated, like I will crash and I can't because I have to be, like acting and on camera and using my whole brain. So I feel like that was a big thing for all of us.
Yeah, we do a lot of yoga and like, and just we do a lot of that stuff. And it sounds really, like every bit of downtime I think also just kind of having fun with the cast, trying to not take things too seriously is something I also learned as well.
Yeah, go to a lot of movies. It was a good balance. I feel like we found a good balance while filming.
Very good balance. That's why I do it again.
do it
That's
again.
awesome. Well, we're all really excited to meet your characters for the first time in the show too. So I wanted to ask you, do you guys relate to your characters? And uh, without giving too much away from the series or from the first episode, would you agree with your characters' decisions to play or to watch the whole experience? Do you think that you, in your own situation, would you choose to be one of the players or would you choose to be one of the watchers in a situation?
I feel like with you want to go first? You want me to go first?
You go first. You go
Like,
first.
you want to talk about Natalie? I feel like Heather and I are really different. I feel like we're really different, and it was cool to like get inside the mind of her. And yeah, I feel like there are some things where it was like there was such a difference at the when I first like got the like sides for her at my first audition, and it was fun to like kind of infuse her with myself over time and kind of like find bits of myself in her. And that was something that like really early on I remember talking to Ray Nicholson and being like just us talking about our characters and stuff, and he was like, why don't you make her like kind of dorky? And I was like, this is a really great idea, and so like that was fun to like fit in there because it's so serious with her all the time, and I wanted to make sure she still felt like a real person that was like existing and walking around and interacting with people. So it was fun to like find those things. And then what was the second part of the question? I was like the character, and then
Would you, if you were in Panic and if you were in the games, would you be would you be playing, participating in the games, or would you be one of the watchers?
I would probably watch because I'm really, really, really clumsy, and I would like immediately get hurt if I tried to do any of this in real life. So I was like, I would save myself the broken bones and just watch.
A bad idea.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually, if I did have an option to like spectate, yeah, I would definitely do it. I mean, I'd try and have a go because I think it'd be fun to do it with my mates, but then probably give up. But if someone was offering me like a large quantity of money, I might push myself a little more than I'd want to. But I think Natalie is very confident, and like very quietly driven. Well, she's very open about it, but she's just always like got something that's like keeping her like in a straight line to what she wants to get to where she wants to get to. And I think I have some similarities of that, but not so much. Like, I think I think with the confidence of her friends, Natalie can walk into a room and feel good about herself. And I don't necessarily have that all. I can be pretty reserved and kind of shy. So that's nice playing somebody like that. And yeah, I would with the game, it's pretty much what I said before. Like I would maybe want to have a go, but no, I would most likely hurt myself. So I'd say I quit.
It was a good decision to avoid things that cause possible injury. So I agree with you.
I mean, you got one body,
Yeah.
I would have gotten so hurt.
Yeah.
If I so hurt.
So Jessica, you kind of talked about this a little bit where your character, all her dreams and aspirations, and Olivia, your character has dreams and aspirations of her own. So I was wondering, a lot of the characters in this show, it's kind of established that they're kind of destined to stay in this town for forever. That's kind of like their end game. But if you guys had one place that you were kind of destined to be for the rest of your life, that would be your end game. If you could pick a place, what would that be and why?
This is a really great question, and a question I've been asking in my own life. And I don't know, because who knows where the future will take us. Ideal situation is anywhere that's kind of got a lake and some woods. Probably end up in the woods.
So you're like,
forest somewhere.
The scariest
Yeah.
you can find. That's where I'll spend the rest of my day.
Yeah, like I'll be in a sweet farm across the way.
That'd be cute. You'd be great at a farm. You'd be precious running a farm.
I'd want to have a go. It'd probably fail because it's really hard, but I'd want to have a go.
Yeah, if you ever want
I
to take a
feel
break from acting, try the
Yeah,
actor life.
you totally could.
I mean, well, that's what I have to get money first, so I gotta so I'll try. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm
Let me
really
buy
working
my
on
farm, and then I'll run my farm.
it. I
I
mean,
feel like I'm
yeah, climate
do it.
change.
I would either stay at Jesse's farm, or I would stay. I don't know. I feel like the places that I would want to stay for the rest of my life, I haven't been yet. I've never left the United States because I never really like traveled growing up. So you know what I mean? So I ideally I would say like Italy, but the places that I've been, I would live in Austin for the rest of my life, I think.
Yeah,
Filming there
Austin's
was life.
cool.
And it was so like
Austin's very
homey. I'm from Texas, so I was like, it feels very homey, but also kind of like the other places that I've lived.
Yeah, it's like it has a little like that sort of city element to it,
Yeah.
but it's like low key. I know
Yeah.
it's being like built up so fast, but it was
No.
a cool place to be.
It's a cool place to be. Or Jesse's farm.
Oh, my farm. Come to my farm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's gonna be a nightmare, but it would be very nice.
It'll be nice.
It's worth a try though.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to speak with me. Enjoy traveling in the future, opening up your own farm.
Yes.
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 If you have
Olivia, we should go around Europe.
I totally would. I would love to. I've never been.
You guys could
anywhere,
open up a
so-
farm in Europe.
In Europe, a European
We'll open
farm.
a European farm. This
on
is not
board.
far-fetched at all.
Okay. I'm like,
Go
if
for
you
it.
say so, I trust you on this.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the chance to speak with me. And we're really excited for when Panic premieres on Amazon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a lovely day.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.